Hello, this is Alistair Beaumont, the Heretic Hermit, bringing you today's birthday reading from Masculine Energy for Thursday, October 2, 2025. The birthday reading consists of 5 cards laid out in order, starting with where you are at, leading to where you are going, followed by what stands in your way, how to get through it, and your always positive birthday gift of the card of the day, just in case the reading leaves you feeling uncomfortable. This reading is going to leave you feeling 100% uncomfortable, or at least 80%, because you already know where you are when it comes to it. The thing that's causing you the most trouble has already happened. Now it's just a matter of the resolution, which is unfortunately going to be pretty rough. So, probably 90% uncomfortable. And I'm sorry about that, because I wish I could just wave a wand and tell you, everything's just going to be hunky-dory. I can't do that. I can't do that, and I won't do that. If I see it will be fine, but this time it's like, I'm not sure. I think you will be okay for sure eventually, but will you be able to resolve what happened and get back what you lost? I don't know. So, without further ado, where you are at is represented by the reversed King of Pentacles. So the world you were happy, or at least content to have, is now turned upside down. I'm thinking loss of job or some other financial disruption. That was what I originally wrote, but I'm actually pretty sure now it's financial disruption. I'm guessing somebody stole something from you, or stole your identity, or something along those horrible lines. Oh, I'm thinking, yeah, it's costing you more than you can afford, and it's stressing you out to your eyeballs, because it would. I didn't have my identity stolen, but I did have somebody, the company that issued my paycheck card, clearly stole the money out of my account because I had too much in my checking account, and they stole it. Because everything I tried to do to get it back through them was just an endless game of just calling somebody and have them go, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. And then, I want to take personal pride in this, whatever. And then them never ever returning my phone calls or never ever being there when I needed them. Only LifeLock was able to get me my money back. So if you don't have it, we'll get more into that in a minute. Where you are going is represented by the Four of Swords. Believe it or not, peace is coming. Sure, things are rough at the moment, but I maintain that even though bad things are painful, they still happen for a reason. A turnaround is coming. Hang in there. And it is. Like, you're going to have some. This is probably the best card in the entire thing, because even though it seems hopeless right now, you're going to be okay. So I probably overdid it a little bit with the reading on here, just because, like I said, it happened to me before, and I know what it's like to lose money because somebody just stole it from you, which is why what stands in your way is the Five of Swords. This financial disruption was not done against you. It's not your fault. And because the Four of Swords preceded this, it most certainly is happening for a reason. That won't make you feel much better about it, but it still happens to be the truth. How to get through it? The Three of Swords. This crime is one that will become more and more common as the years roll by. If you have LifeLock, they'll do what they can. If you do not, it will be very difficult for you to resolve the situation and make those who harmed you pay for what's happened. As a matter of fact, that part is probably, if I'm right and it's a financial thing like this where they stole your idea or whatever, trying to catch them and prosecute them is a fucking handful. I've never heard anybody do it. Didn't work for me. The other thing the LifeLock did for me, they got me my money back, and then the company just went quiet. But they never apologized. I never found out who stole the money or why. The only reason why I know the company did it is because I spent a month constantly calling them every day to try to figure out what they could do, and every day they just had a new story of how they couldn't help me and just kept stringing me along. So when you get to the thing where it's like the manager is supposed to be sitting there going, I will take personal pride in information. I will take personal thing to help you out with this, and then all of a sudden she can't. No matter what time of day I called her, she just suddenly couldn't answer her phone. Yeah. Ultimately, this is a necessary experience so that you lose some now and will be better prepared down the road for what you could lose later, which is what happened to me. Like my situation with the money that was stolen by the card company that issued my paycheck, it taught me so much about safeguarding my finances, protecting my assets, and the dangers that exist in an ever-growing virtual world. I can't say I'm happy it happened, but I can say I'm glad it won't happen again. Bad things do happen for a reason. Your card of the day is the Page of Wands. I give you security and education. The primary reason things like this happen is to protect you from more damaging things down the road. I'll give you a little bit of a hit of damage now so that you won't be able to get smashed to death later. I'll bend your fender right now so you won't crash the car. Now that you've had this happen to you, you will learn about the various methods that are out there for protecting yourself. The methods used against us by the criminals who steal our money and identities, and just how serious this ever-growing problem is, because it is a ever-growing problem. Somebody said, and quite remarkable if you ever get the chance, there's a wonderful documentary called Dishonesty, the truth about lies. And in it he suggested that studies suggest that as we move farther and farther away from material money, stealing virtual money will get more and more easy, because people are able to steal digits off of a computer screen without that moral problem they have with actually taking somebody's money. He said the figures would be something in the area of doubling. Theft would double by the time we actually got to where we are now. And who knows, it might still be possible to get your money back regardless. You just have to find a way to make it happen. But I am sorry about this. I really am. It's a devastating thing to go through. Q from Star Trek The Next Generation, played by the completely underrated John Delancey, was a nearly omnipotent being who wanted to thank Jean-Luc Picard, played of course by the legendary Patrick Stewart, for getting him back into the Q Continuum, because he was tossed out of the Q Continuum. They were kind to him, and then he was able to get back into the Q Continuum by being nice. Picard, always irritated by Q's presence, told him not to bother, and somehow it came up in their banter that the human race could handle anything the human race could handle, anything that the universe could throw at them. I don't remember how he said it. I just remember it was like he said basically, we can handle anything. We're awesome. We can do whatever. And Q was like, oh really? Let's find out. And it sent the Enterprise spiraling far out of Federation space into a completely uncharted part of the universe. Guinan was special in that episode too. The one played by Whoopi Goldberg, of course, because she knows what they sent him, what Q did. She knew Q before, and when he did what he did, she was like, Q! Because she knew what he was going to do. Because she knew the Borg, personally. Q snapped his fingers and sent the Enterprise hurtling across a ridiculous span of space to run into the Borg, the legendary race of forcibly enslaved beings to serve their collective intelligence. Needless to say, things did not go well, forcing Picard at the end to ask Q to send them home. The reason I bring it up here is a simple one. People died from the attack of the Borg as they cut a rather large section out of the ship, literally carved it out, and just pulled the whole thing out, people and all. And when Picard objected, Q simply said, it's rough out here. If you can't handle a bloody nose now and again, you should just stay home, or something like that. Suggesting space is not safe. There are beings out there that are dangerous, more dangerous than you can imagine. But strangely enough, when you look at the entire timeline of the show and the experience of the human race, without Picard first encountering them, the Borg showing up on Earth's doorstep would have probably been near fatal to the human race, because Picard could barely get out of it. The only reason Picard even got away was because of Q, which means if the cube had decided to show up, because the Borg ships are perfect symmetrical figures, if the Borg cube had showed up on Earth, especially with the way the Federation portrays it in the future, we would try to have negotiated, talked to them, whatever, and they would be assimilating our brains out. So it's like, by introducing us to the Borg early, he helped us out. He saved everybody just by introducing us early. Which is where the analogy comes in. You got a bloody nose, but it's better than broken bones or a life-threatening injury. Now you know what's out there, so you can prepare yourself, and that's what this is all about. And even though it was tricky, I do hope you have a happy birthday. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm not sponsoring LifeLock. I wish I was. I haven't gotten enough views yet to get to that point. I totally would do it if I could, though, because if you ever talk about a great investment, LifeLock is one of the coolest things they ever made, because those people are amazing. I always thought Norton was a great antivirus anyway, even if it is a bit too anal, but LifeLock is incredible. It's everybody should have LifeLock in this day and age. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe so you never miss a new one. Leave your comments below, but only if you can do so in a civil and respectful manner. Visit the official Heretic Hermit website through the link in this video's description, where I offer you PDF readings, personal sessions by texting, phone, or video chat at reasonable prices. And if you have questions or comments you would like to make that are not public, my email is trbeaumont99@gmail.com. That's trbeaumont99@gmail.com. If you want to find the truth, you have to question everything. We have to do our best to keep each other honest so we don't let human nature destroy ourselves. And since I just saw an article today about the very world's very first AI actress, because I don't have words for this. Um, we really are trying to destroy ourselves, so we need to keep each other honest so we don't do that. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you.